Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping. Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping. You must love us cause you can't stop watching. You must love us cause you can't stop watching. Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping like it's New Year's Eve. Boys, James IV, that's Roman numeral 4 off the top with the intro. What up, K-Sap, no cap, that's the big bro. You know the ladies hold it down for the team. We be the hottest on this YouTube screens. We got sports, media, news, that round table talk. Them other parts ain't got the same sauce. Nah, hit us in the chat, but no haters allowed. Send you to the block party, what you gotta say now? We on live, hit us up and subscribe. If you like it to share, show love instead of staring. Man behind the mic, numbers don't lie. Send me a super chat to all that may apply. Ain't no party like an SPD party. Let's get the show started, pull up, everybody. Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping. Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping. You must love us cause you can't stop watching. You must love us cause you can't stop watching.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap, man. Hey, y'all go ahead and pull up, man. Y'all see the title of the show, man. Keep that same energy. I see y'all coming in the building. I see you, Marlon Kosey. I see you, Jason Brumfield. I see you, Brian Lewis. Y'all come in the chat, man. Y'all tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them, man. Man, y'all know, man, this is hot and heavy in these YouTube streets now and with mainstream media. You know, we talking about Shedeur Sanders, man. But the diabolical thing about it is Mary Kay Cabot. Mary Kay Cabot. The thing about Mary Kay Cabot, man, she trying to switch sides now. And I don't know if y'all know who Mary Kay Cabot is. Mary Kay Cabot is one of the Cleveland Brown insiders, one of the beat writers. You know, she does majority of the, if y'all hear a lady's voice in these post-game press conferences and when Kevin Stefanski talks to the media, Tommy Reese talks to the media, y'all hear Mary Kay Cabot asking Kevin Stefanski questions about Shedeur Sanders. But my issue I have with Mary Kay Cabot is Mary Kay Cabot, she was up in Colorado at Shedeur Sanders Pro Day. And she knew the type of arm talent and everything that Shedeur Sanders brought to the table. And the thing about it is Mary Kay Cabot kept that a secret and didn't want to say nothing and let all the other media personnel inside of Cleveland, Kevin Stefanski, Tony Grossi, and people like that put a narrative out there that Shedeur Sanders don't have elite arm talent. But Mary Kay Cabot knew. Mary Kay Cabot knew what the situation was. Mary Kay Cabot knew Shedeur Sanders was elite. He had elite arm talent. She knew everything. She knew exactly that Shedeur Sanders had elite arm talent. What's up, Ashanto? What's going on? Appreciate you coming back. Marlon, man, hey, look. Marlon Kosey said, I believe two things got to happen. The coach got to go and DG for some reason can't play. Well, I mean, you know, this is not I'm not even going to knock DG in this situation. because there's too many smoke and mirrors and too many, narratives out there about Shedeur Sanders. He's not ready. He don't know the playbook. This is all narratives that's been created inside that Cleveland media that orchestrate these post-game press conferences and all these media availabilities. Because Mary Kay Cabot, she knew what it was with Shedeur Sanders. They knew what it was with Shedeur Sanders, but she wanted to keep quiet. She didn't want to say nothing, but now all suddenly, Shedeur Sanders get promoted to quarterback 2. Now Mary Kay Cabot want to jump out there. What's up, Lloyd? Now Mary Kay Cabot want to jump out there and say good things about Shedeur Sanders. So that's why I'm telling you guys, you can't let Mary Kay Cabot fool you. I know a lot of people been coming in the comment section saying, yeah, you got to watch Mary Kay Cabot. But this is what I will say about Mary Kay Cabot. She do be asking Kevin Stefanski the questions everybody wants to know about Shedeur. But it's what it's what Kevin Stefanski does. He backpedals. He hopscotches over the direct questions when Mary Kay Cabot be asking questions about Shedeur. It's just Lloyd Smith, what do you say? Straight policies. Yeah, they trying to go with the script. Everything is scripted. Even with the style of play DG's playing, everything is scripted. What'd you say? What's that? KG 89. He said Mary Snake Cabot ain't fooling nobody. Stay on that side. Exactly, man. Like she knew what it was because she was one that reported live when she went to Shedeur's pro day up in Colorado. And that's the diabolical thing that bothers me, because now Mary Kay Cabot wants to come out and talk about Shedeur Sanders' elite ball placement and elite skills in throwing the ball. So I don't know if you guys heard the video I did and what I said about Mary Kay Cabot when she was talking about Shedeur Sanders. That's why I said, man, hey, don't let Mary Kay Cabot fool you, because this is what Mary Kay Cabot had to say. I want y'all to take a listen.
Very much a practice anymore, but in the short, little brief period that I do get to watch him throw, he is throwing to the practice squad guys and the backup receivers in the early part of practice. We can see it, and his elite accuracy is always on display. And not only is it just accuracy, it's the fact that he has the kind of arm talent where he can vary the ball speed. He can throw it from different arm angles. He can do a lot of things to make it a catchable ball. And I think that goes a long way. If you talk to receivers, that's what they want. They want to be able to catch the football. And that really wasn't happening this season with Joe Flacco. There were so many drops. So I think that's going to be something that they can really capitalize on when Shedeur gets in there. The fact that he'll take something off of it. You know, sometimes he's accused of not having the strongest arm in the world. Part of that is because he will definitely lob it and, throw a softer pass if that's what's needed in certain situations. And he'll do whatever it takes to get it there. And that 74% accuracy, which was an FBS high, that's legit. That's not because he's, not throwing it away or he's not wanting to throw the Hail Mary or whatever the case may be. That is a legit statistic.
So this is what I'm saying, guys. Did y'all hear what Mary Kay Cabot had to say? Now listen to what I'm trying to say here. Why did it take Mary Kay so long to come out to put this narrative out there, where there's all these bad narratives coming into the draft that he don't have elite arm talent, he can't throw the ball down the field, his ball placement is mediocre? But she just said something that's key. In the FBS, where they said that he could not play because he was coming from an HBCU, but he led the FBS with a 74% completion ratio. That's what I'm saying. Where was this energy in training camp when you had a chance to let everybody know? You had a chance to put Tony Grossi in his place, because Tony Grossi, what he been saying, oh, he can't throw the ball. They don't believe in Shedeur. He has a learning curve. He don't know the playbook. He can't get the ball out on time. He holds the ball too long. And all Tony Grossi does is go back to that last game against the Rams where he saw Shedeur get sacked 5 times, talking about, I told y'all he's not ready. But then we see Dillon Gabriel get sacked 6 times against the Pittsburgh Steelers. But you still advocating for Dillon Gabriel over Shedeur Sanders. So the thing about it is, why now, Mary Kay? Like, what convinced you now to come out and say that? Is it because Joe Flacco got traded and Shedeur got moved up to quarterback 2? And we all know Kevin Stefanski didn't want to promote him to quarterback 2. That was a Jimmy Haslam and Andrew Berry call right there because they traded Joe Flacco away. Now we get reports out today that Shedeur been named the backup again for their upcoming game against the Dolphins. So now Mary Kay wants to come out and say Shedeur's elite. I know y'all guys saw the tweet that Mary Kay Cabot put out there. I know y'all saw that tweet. See, Mary Kay Cabot is trying to fool people. She's trying to change the narrative. But we're not gonna let that happen. This is the tweet that Mary Kay Cabot put out there, guys. Take a look at this. Now, why now, Mary Kay? She says Shedeur Sanders has arguably the number 1 trait for a QB: elite accuracy and uncanny touch. I believe QBs can significantly improve accuracy, a la Josh Allen, but Sanders is natural in this area. Come on, guys, make it make sense, man. Why would you put it out there now, Mary Kay? And see, the thing about Dillon Gabriel is, Mary Kay, won't you come out and say that Dillon Gabriel can't push the ball down the field? Like, he's an undersized quarterback. See, they want to, sabotage Shedeur, but they don't want to say nothing bad about Dillon Gabriel because Dillon Gabriel is Kevin Stefanski's guy. Lloyd Smith, she been realizing that. Lloyd, she was at Shedeur Sanders' pro debut up there in Colorado. She knew what it was. She knew what it was. Yeah, Wolfpack, Dillon is Kevin Stefanski's pick. And he got to die on that sword, man. He gonna be hell-bent to move Dillon Gabriel up out of there, man. That's gonna have to be a call from up top. Kevin Stefanski ain't gonna make that move because I know y'all seen the video that's going viral with Shiloh playing Shedeur Sanders when he came to the game in Pittsburgh. And you heard what Shedeur said. Shedeur thought he was going to get in the game late. He said he was prepared. That's why he had his helmet on. He was ready to go. But then you heard Kevin Stefanski at the post-game press conference. What did Kevin Stefanski say? Nah, we was just going to let Dillon Gabriel take his licks. We was going to let him take his licks. We wasn't going to throw Shedeur in there. We was just going to let Dillon fight it out. But see, you didn't let Joe Flacco fight it out in the last 2 games that he played for y'all. You took him out at the end of the 4th quarter when the game was over. Why didn't you give Shedeur Sanders a chance? That's what I'm saying. Nah, Arch Manning, we don't even want to talk about Arch Manning. Because we're going to keep the focus on Mary Kay Cabot. Because Mary Kay Cabot is out there. She's the one out there. She knew this information. She had the intel. She knew that Shedeur was elite. She knew that his arm talent was special. But all of a sudden, in these last couple of days, Mary Kay started talking about all this when Shedeur Sanders got elevated to quarterback 2 to backup to Dillon Gabriel. Now they want to run this narrative because if Dillon Gabriel all suddenly shits the bed and Shedeur Sanders comes in there and he starts killing it, what they going to say? Mary Kay gonna be the first person to come out and say, I told y'all so. I told y'all that he was elite. I told you the arm talent was special. Well, Mary Kay, you ain't even got to look that far. All you got to do is listen to the receivers in the locker room that Shedeur has been throwing the ball to. They gonna tell you. And see, I don't know you guys understand the difference between a right-hand quarterback and a left-hand quarterback. Dillon Gabriel is a lefty. The ball has different rotation on it. But look, Jason, put it this way. Tony Grossi said, ain't nobody checking for Shedeur. Tony Grossi said, ain't nobody checking for Shedeur. That's the diabolical stuff. Yeah, the ball does come out different. And that's why Jerry Jeudy said he don't worry about the outside noise of him dropping passes, because he knows being on that practice field with Shedeur, it seemed like Jerry Jeudy say they got some kind of continuity. And if you listen to what Myles Garrett said, man, it's sad that we lose the same way each week. The defense going out there playing lights out, but you ain't got a quarterback and you ain't got a head coach is competent enough to move the offense. Because Dillon Gabriel was handpicked by you, Kevin Stefanski. Why don't you open up the playbook for him? Stop all this dip and dunk. It's not going to get it done. It's not going to get it done, man. And then you out here fooling people. You fooling people. You talking about you gotta stop losing before you start winning. Come on, man. How crazy is that? You got to stop losing before you start winning. Come on, man. Everybody knows Shedeur Sanders' time is coming around. Just like Shedeur said, perfect timing, man. But see, the thing about it is, man, what we try to do when we talk about this, I try to kill them narratives, man, because there's too many narratives out there. Nah, look, Wolfpack, I don't think Shedeur will be traded. And the only reason why I don't think Shedeur will be traded, because we all know that teams are calling around asking for Shedeur, and the Cleveland Browns are not pulling the trigger. And if you ask me, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, I think they called about Shedeur. I think they called about Shedeur, but they said we'll give up Flacco. They not trying to let go of Shedeur. Christopher Waters said his time is not coming with these bad news Browns. You got to put him out there. We got to see what he's doing. Nah, he ain't gonna be traded. I got reports that the Dolphins been calling about him. I got reports that the Jets are calling about him. Like, Cleveland will be asinine if they gave up Shedeur. Shedeur is their moneymaker. Shedeur, once he gets a chance, Shedeur is gonna put butts in the seats, man. Because I'm telling y'all, this home game they got against the Miami Dolphins is gonna be very significant. And we gotta. I want to hear what Mary Kay Cabot got to say then. Yeah, Lloyd Smith, Louis Riddick. Yeah, I love Louis Riddick. He tell you like it is, man. But this is gonna be telltale. This Miami game gonna be telltale. It's gonna be telltale because the boos are gonna come if Cleveland don't move that offense this week. If they don't move this offense, Dillon Gabriel's going to hear them footsteps of Shedeur right up on his heels. And the crowd is going to make it be known. That's how asinine it's going to be. And you know, me personally, man, it's unfair to Dillon Gabriel. But this is what Kevin Stefanski created this, man. And then all the narratives out there. See, that's the thing about the Cleveland media, man. They love mediocrity. They love mediocre stuff. So this ain't even about Shedeur. Y'all got to understand something. This is about Kevin Stefanski. Because Kevin Stefanski, you're telling people that Shedeur Sanders is not ready. He's not ready to be in there. But y'all guys got to understand something. Kevin Stefanski, we know you a 2-time coach of the year. But are you ready to call the plays? Should your play calling duties be taken away from you? Telemede said, trade 12 out of there. Kevin Stefanski never wanted him. You get away from people like that. Yeah, you got to. They not trying to give him up, Telly. It's been plenty of teams that called for him. Jay Sean Richardson, teams already offered a 2nd-round pick for Shedeur. The Hillbillies lied about Shedeur being a 5th-round pick. Is being exposed. These people are stupid, dumbass, and hillbillies. Totally agree. And we all know, look, let's stop for a second, guys. Let's put this in context. We all know Shedeur Sanders ain't no 5th-round draft pick. We all know Shedeur Sanders ain't a 5th-round talent. Shedeur Sanders is a 1st or 2nd-round talent, man. Appreciate you, Frederick Martin. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Please hit the like button when y'all come in, man. If y'all enjoy the content, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, man. Over in this community, man, we do good for the people in the chat, man. We always recognize people in the chat. We do engage with the audience. That's why a lot of people on YouTube say, man, hey, I got the livest chat on YouTube, man, because we always give kudos and we always acknowledge the people in the chat, the people that post comments. We always post their comments, man, regardless if you send a super chat or not. But the super chats are open. You can send a super chat to get your comment read. If I'm not reading your comment, you can always post a super chat and we will pin your comments to the board and give you that spotlight. We'll give you that chat spotlight. That's how we do in the community. We always talk to our people because we talk nice. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that posts a comment, if I see it, because the chat be moving a little fast, if I see it, I will post your comment. But if you want your comment to be, first off and first read, just go ahead and send that super chat and we'll get it out there. Yeah, but yeah, so it's a lot, He was and look, like I said, guys, no disrespect to Cam Ward. No disrespect to Cam Ward. But I've always said this, that Shedeur Sanders should have been the number one overall pick in the NFL draft. He should have went to the Tennessee Titans. Cam Ward is out there struggling. Cam Ward is struggling. And see what happened is the coach made some comments about Cam Ward. He took a little jab at Cam Ward because Cam Ward came out, a couple weeks back and said the team was ass and stuff, starting with the coaches on down. And the coach, Brian Callahan, kind of fired back at Cam Ward and said that, everybody got to be better. And that's Cam included. He got to start to play better. And when you are in the general manager and the owner look at your number one pick, your franchise, and your head coach taking shots at your franchise, let's get him up out of there. So what happened to Brian Callahan? They fired him. They fired him the next day after he went to the podium in that loss where Cam threw that interception. He got strip sacked and said Cam got to play better. It starts with Cam. Owner and general manager didn't like that. Got him up out of there. Man, hey, Leaping Cat Productions, man. I mean, I'm not going to say you right. I'm not going to say you wrong. But Cam did get a lot of exposure for working out with Shedeur and Well Off Media. Give a shout out to them for covering him the way they did and put Cam out there. You're absolutely right, man. Man, it's not, look, Jay Sean Richardson, I mean, every team has a below average offensive line. Everybody. I totally agree with that. Everybody has a offensive line, but I'm getting tired of people using that excuse as the offensive line is terrible. Man, you got to make do with what you got, man. These are pros. These are pros. These are pros, man. But GG, Gina Bina, salute. Appreciate you rolling through, man. Appreciate you rolling through. I see a lot of new people in the chat tonight, man. I see a lot of new people, man. Appreciate you rocking with your boy, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend, because it might not be for you, but it might be for them. I appreciate everybody that's rolling through. Like I said before, you know, what we do, we engage with our chat. We just don't let the messages come through. If we get to them, we see them, we give you a spotlight. So I appreciate everybody that's rocking with us, man. Lily said, collusion and sabotage is real in the NFL. It is. It is real. Man, I appreciate you coming through, GG. Go ahead and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. And, you know, let me tell you a little side joke, though. I found it funny that somebody came in my comment section and said, man, you need to put some Cleveland Brown gear on. I can't do that, man. I'm a Minnesota Vikings guy. But I've been covering Shedeur ever since Shedeur was playing at Truth here in Texas. I covered him when he went to Jackson State, covered him when he went to Colorado. And now I'm covering him when he's, you know, playing with the Cleveland Browns. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Yeah, ADP, somebody told me I need to put some Cleveland Brown gear on. I just might do that for, you know, video purposes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so Anthony Brown, Lil Dylan throwing off. Yeah. And you see Thrash got pissed off, man. Thrash got pissed off, man, because Dylan threw that ball off his head, man. He was upset. And like I tell people, I don't think Dylan is on the same page with his receivers and wide receivers and tight ends, man. Dylan Gabriel was getting people laid out on Sunday, man. He was getting laid out. Dub Deuce said, I was a Browns fan 25 years. All I got is a hat and a blanket. Laugh out. Stanley Smith said, you can put that 12 on a schedule. You can put 12 on Schedule Sanders. I'm bad 12 jersey, but I'm going to watch the Commanders. I'm going to watch the Commanders fan. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't worry about it. I got it. I got it, ADP. Oh, yeah. They was pissed off because he was throwing kill shots. You're right. They was throwing kill shots, man. The wide receiver was mad because he was throwing kill shots. Yeah, he was trying to get people laid out, man. I think you got three players in the concussion protocol for Cleveland. Dylan out there laying balls across, like he could have got a Joku killed on that one. Pam C said people were saying the Browns offense is bad. That's not the case. Dylan too short to see over the defense and read receivers, lose him in the crowd. You got that right. Y'all cutting up. Mike Fitzpatrick said gonna start calling DG the Undertaker. Yeah, June. Hey, you saw it, June, because you've been rocking with me for a minute, and you saw you've been on all the videos, and you see everything that I point out. Dylan was trying to get them cats killed. Oh, Daryl Kimbo, man, go hey, Daryl Kimbrough, man, follow me on send me a message on Instagram at Simply Ball Dropping, man. Let me get with you. Daryl. Send me a message follow me on Simply Ball Dropping on Instagram. It's Simply Ball Dropping, and I'm gonna get with you, man. That's arranged that. Let's get that taken care of, man. Yeah, Dylan, man, he can't even do the play action. That's what I'm saying. If you look at it, they don't even run no play action for Dylan, man. Everything is roll out, quick dumps to his strong side. Quick dumps to the strong side. I appreciate you, Daryl. Yeah. But I want y'all guys to be focused on some of the things that Mary Kay talks about. And see, I'm disappointed in Mary Kay. I had respect for Mary Kay. And like I said, with Mary Kay, some of the things that she does say at these post-game press conferences, she does ask direct questions to Kevin Stefanski, but Kevin Stefanski just ducks around everything that she asked him when it's pertaining to Shedeur Sanders. Why does he do that? And she be asking the difficult question. Also, another person that I want y'all to keep your eye on and pay close attention to is Tony Grossi. Tony Grossi was probably one of the biggest Shedeur haters there is. Anthony Brown said, let's be honest, Dylan is too short, zero composure under pressure, can't pass deep. He's Mr. Dink and Dunk. But that's what they've been saying, man. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to bash on, Dylan Gabriel. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate that he has been in the crosshairs and he has to take these strays because of the stuff that's going on with Shedeur Sanders. But it is what it is, man. He's taking a lot of strays. Gina Bina said Browns have Shedeur locked in a 4-year contract now. Other teams are shopping for Shedeur. First Bengals and that. See that? Hey, glad you said that, GG, because somebody said in the chat earlier that you think that he's going to get traded. I don't think he's going to get traded because Cleveland Browns know that they can't trade this guy. Knowing that they can't trade this guy. But y'all remember what Tony Grossi said, right? Tony Grossi said some asinine things about don't nobody want him. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a listen. I want y'all to listen to a few things that I got for you guys. I want y'all to listen to what y'all boy Tony Grossi said. I want y'all to listen to what Tony Grossi said. Take a listen to this, guys.
For Sanders before the deadline, Tony.
I don't think anybody wants him, Riz,
Okay.
I'm being honest.
Okay.
I mean, the Raiders passed them. Tom Brady.
Yeah, I know, but it's different circumstances now, Tony.
Well,
Now, do you hear what Tony Rizzo asked Tony Grossi? Do you think Shedeur Sanders will be traded at the trade deadline? Because the trade deadline comes up here is, I think, November the 4th or November the 3rd, right? So Tony Grossi, this is the narrative that Tony Grossi has put out there. And this is the narrative that we got to kill, that don't nobody want Shedeur. So look, I'm going to start that from the beginning. Y'all take a listen. All right, I want y'all to take a listen to y'all's boy Tony Grossi. Hold on, just 1 second. Let me get this back up there because this is very imperative that y'all listen to this and just listen to the narrative that Tony Grossi has when it comes to Shedeur. Take a listen. All right, take a listen.
Shedeur Sanders before the deadline, Tony.
I don't think anybody wants him, Riz,
Okay.
I'm being honest.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
the Raiders passed them. Tom Brady.
Yeah, I know, but it's
knows
different
them.
circumstances now, Tony.
Well,
the
they got
Raiders thought
Pickett
Geno
now.
Smith. Wait. The Raiders
They
thought
got
Geno.
Pickett.
So the Raiders thought Geno Smith could play, and he can't. So for a 4th-round pick or 5th-round pick, you take a flyer on a guy. You don't think anybody would do that.
I don't, Riz.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I mean, they
Why?
when they
would
needed
no
one, they
why
asked
would
for
no
Pickett.
Why would no one want Shedeur Sanders?
Because I think everyone made their statement about what they thought of him during the draft.
Yeah, but Tony, that was 7 months ago.
Well, he's not gotten any better, Riz.
Well, they don't know. I'm just saying, but like,
They see the film of the Rams game
did they see the film of the Panthers?
and
game?
the kick. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Oh.
that
That
Super
game,
Bowl
see,
performance.
to you,
yeah,
that
they
game
have
doesn't count. Okay,
Well, it
to
was
me,
the
that
first
game
game.
counted for something. It did. And by the way,
It's a
he
what
was
have you
playing
done
with
for
the
me
twos.
lately
By the
league.
way, he was playing with the twos. You're blatant. You just blatantly. The guy played with 4 offensive linemen that didn't make the team, and you're just dismissing that as if it meant nothing. At no point did Dylan Gabriel play with 4 offensive linemen that are no longer on the team. Call it for what it is, please.
The league
for
knows,
the love of
the
God,
league knows
just
who
give
was
me
on
that.
the field.
For the love of God.
The league knows who was on the field. Okay, that's no excuse for anything. That happens to backup quarterbacks all over
Well,
the
then
league.
what in the world is
preseason.
this kid doing on the Browns roster now if he's as bad as you think he is?
It's not how I think he is.
As the whole freaking league thinks he is, according to you.
Yes.
You think the whole league thinks he sucks. Why is he on a roster? Why is he taking up a spot? Why?
That I can't answer. That's
Yeah, you can't answer.
Since April 28th, we've been wondering why.
Now y'all heard exactly what Tony Rizzo said to Tony Grossi. Now this is the narrative that Tony Grossi got out there. Don't nobody want him. And see, what Tony Grossi did was stated what happened against the Los Angeles Rams. And Tony Rizzo said, you ain't giving him credit for that Carolina Panther game. Did you see the Carolina Panther game? Tony Grossi is the one that's saying, don't nobody want Shedeur. Talking about he hasn't got no better. He can't play. No, everybody passed up on him for that reason. So if that's the case, why you got teams right now, active teams out of 32 teams in the NFL, why you got these teams reaching out to the Cleveland Browns about Shedeur Sanders? Knowing that Cleveland ain't going to trade him. Just like Gigi said, he's locked into a 4-year contract. They not gonna trade away their franchise, man. I said it here. They not gonna trade away their franchise. They not gonna trade away their franchise. Tony Grossi is just the biggest hater of Shedeur because y'all know after that Carolina Panther game, after Shedeur balled out, saw Tony Grossi in the tunnel, went up to him and said, man, why you always hating on me? Why come you don't never say nothing good about me? Tony Grossi does not like Shedeur Sanders. I'd rather for him to come out and say, I don't like Shedeur. Finally, the truth said, when he said the league knows who played, that lets me know the NFL helped Kevin sabotage Shedeur. They tried to get him paralyzed. I ain't even going to let it go. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Rich Ross. Hey, Mary Kay Cabot. She switched sides. And see, this is the people that you got to watch in the Cleveland media, man. You got to watch Mary Kay Cabot. And also, you got to watch Tony Grossi. Now, somebody said it. I'm not going to come out and say it, but somebody said it in the chat that Rizzo is the only Caucasian standing down and telling the truth about Shedeur Sanders. Also, I like what Garrett Bush brings to the table out there in Cleveland. So shout out to Garrett Bush if you're watching this video. Garrett Bush be bringing the facts as well. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, look, I'm bringing the facts. I got meats with the potatoes, man. I'm not going to give you half-ass shit. I'm going to give you the facts. I got the audios, man. I got audio clips. So that I don't make this stuff up. And for the people that just joined the live, I want to tell y'all, this is what your girl Mary Kay out there doing. Because Mary Kay saw it firsthand when she was up at Shedeur's pro day in Colorado. And when people was coming into the pre-draft and they was talking about Shedeur's arm talent, his ball placement, he can't drive the ball down the field. Mary Kay knew that was false, but she never said nothing. Mary Kay waited until Shedeur was promoted to quarterback 2 before she wanted to speak highly of Shedeur. So, guys, I want y'all to pay attention to what Mary Kay Cabot just said yesterday when we talking about Shedeur Sanders. Well, no, actually, she said this Monday. Yeah, yesterday. After Overreaction Monday. And this is what she said on the talk show in Cleveland. Take a listen.
To watch very much of practice anymore, but in the short little brief period that I do get to watch him throw, he is throwing to the practice squad guys and the backup receivers in the early part of practice. We can see it, and his elite accuracy is always on display. And not only is it just accuracy, it's the fact that he has the kind of arm talent where he can vary the ball speed. He can throw it from different arm angles. He can do a lot of things to make it a catchable ball. And I think that goes a long way. If you talk to receivers, that's what they want. They want to be able to catch the football. And that really wasn't happening this season with Joe Flacco.
Y'all just listen to her.
So I think that's going to be something that they can really capitalize on when Shedeur gets in there. The fact that he'll take something off of it. You know, sometimes he's accused of not having the strongest arm in the world. Part of that is because he will definitely lob it and, you know, throw a softer pass if that's what's needed in certain situations. And he'll do whatever it takes to get it there. And that 74% accuracy, which was an FBS high, that's legit. That's not because he's, you know, not throwing it away or he's not wanting to throw the Hail Mary or whatever the case may be. That is a legit statistic.
Now, y'all heard what Mary Kay said. See, this is the stuff I'm talking about, how she's trying to flip-flop. She's trying to be flipper now. Because in one sense, you talking about his elite arm talent, the ball placement, and evidently Mary Kay has talked to them receivers, because she said the receivers, they've been saying all they want to do is catch catchable balls. So what is Mary Kay saying? Is she taking a shot at Dylan Gabriel? Did she take a shot at Joe Flacco? Because if you look how many passes Jerry Jeudy has dropped. Look at the pass Fannin dropped on Sunday. Because like I tell y'all, the ball coming, if you don't have no continuity with a left-hand quarterback, because the ball comes out at a different trajectory than a right-hand quarterback, and you have all the continuity with your right-hand quarterback. Why do y'all think Jerry Jeudy made the statement that he made, talking about Shedeur Sanders probably throws one of the best balls in the NFL? Why y'all think he said that? Why? And then you got Mary Kay in the same sense. I heard she say the other day, giving Shedeur her praise, but you calling for Bailey Zappi to be the backup. A traveling journeyman that's on your practice squad. So make it make sense. I just don't understand. I just don't understand certain personnel in Cleveland. I just don't understand certain personnel in Cleveland. Because, guys, I want y'all to put this in context. The Cleveland Browns this year, put it in context, are averaging 13.7 points a game. Now, with the defense that the Cleveland Browns got, they shouldn't be 1-5. It's because of the lackluster offense and the quarterback play. I want y'all to take this in consideration. The Cleveland Browns haven't scored no more than 21 points ever since their first preseason game against Carolina. And who was behind the center? Shedeur Sanders. Put up 21 points. And I believe you, GG. Cincinnati Bengals called about Shedeur Sanders. They didn't call about no Joe Flacco. They wanted Shedeur. Exactly, finally, the truth. He did that in one half. And I'm going to tell you guys, this is the bad part about it. Because y'all heard what Tony Grossi said, right? And y'all see how Rizzo went off on him. He exploded on him. This is all the narratives that they creating, man. Wolfpack, they should at least be 3-3. At least be 3-3 because the defense is elite. The defense is elite. And Myles Garrett is getting frustrated. Now, the leader of your defense getting frustrated, you don't want that. Now, guys, look, there's reports out there that David Njoku's name is coming up in trade talks. See, this is what's going to happen. I hate to say it. I love to see Shedeur Sanders get in the game. I would love to see him get in the game. even if Kevin Stefanski is still there. But just think about if Andrew Berry and Jimmy Haslam pulled a plug on Kevin Stefanski. Because Kevin Stefanski was the one that handpicked Dylan Gabriel. And I told people, once Shedeur gets them keys, man, Dylan Gabriel is going to be relegated to a backup quarterback for the rest of his NFL career. Gigi Jabina said, they said 92.3 The Fan today because they are talking about the Jets fans, once Shedeur, and they don't think the Browns would. They won't trade him. They're not going to trade him, Gigi. It wouldn't even be beneficial for them to trade Shedeur, because what they're trying to do is if Shedeur gets in there and he rewrites this ship, everybody in Cleveland is going to try to take credit for bringing Shedeur up the right way. Deion Sanders ain't going for that. Like he said, Shedeur is grown. That's why he gave him that nickname, grown. He born ready. He was born ready. That's what it is. They trying to put, thank you, finally, the truth. See, I told you it's a lot of smoke and mirrors, man. They want y'all to believe, because I don't believe it. They want y'all to believe that Shedeur has no value. See, they trying to make it seem that Shedeur don't have no value. So when these teams come calling, Shedeur's not answering. They trying to say that his value, he don't have value. So I'm with you, Gigi. When the Cincinnati Bengals came calling, because that was already out there, because that was put out there on different outlets. Cam Newton said it. Gilles Arena and them said it. Skip Bayless said it. Cincinnati, look, TJ Houshmandzadeh said it. He used to play with the Cincinnati Bengals. Ocho Chad Johnson said it. Cincinnati Bengals need a quarterback. When Joe Burrows went down, they said they should have been calling. They should have been calling Shedeur Sanders. So they not going to trade Shedeur because they know Shedeur is that dude. I think Anthony Brown, it's not that easy. He can't just get up out of Cleveland, man. Look, I'm telling you, this Miami game, if that offense don't move up and down the field, it's gonna be bad. If that offense don't, because look, the Boo Birds are gonna come down, and y'all know it. The Boo Birds are gonna come down. Even Cameron said it. Yeah. Everybody said it, man. Man, if you push your door with Chase and Higgins, man. And look, you got to understand something. I'm going to go out on a limb. Even Joe Flacco looked good on Saturday. Look. Even Joe Flacco looked good on Sunday. Joe Flacco looked good. Man, come on, man. I can't make this stuff up, man. Bro, Miami averaged 27 points a game. Will we be in it by halftime? He not getting in. But see, that's the thing about it is, look at the last two games Joe Flacco played with the Cleveland Browns. The fourth quarter, didn't Kevin Stefanski put him in, take him out and put Dylan Gabriel in the game to give him, get his feet wet? So if y'all look at the video that's floating around with Shedeur Sanders, coming to Pittsburgh dressed up as Shedeur Sanders and fooling the crowd, and Shedeur Sanders came on the scene and Shedeur asked me, he said, man, me and your mom set up in that stands. We thought you was getting in. Shedeur thought he was getting in too. That's why Shedeur had his helmet on, walking up and down the sideline. That game was already over, man. So the fact that Dylan Gabriel threw the ball 52 times and Kevin Stefanski let him, stay in the game to pad his stats a little bit more to get some more passing yards to go with the 52 times that he slanged the ball around the field, because the game was already over. Pittsburgh was just sitting back, just letting him, pick up little, yardage, add to his stats. Yeah, hey, Flacco did look decent without having chemistry with them guys, but just coming in and going right to work. So this is why I'm gonna ask y'all guys a question in the chat. So you tell me, Joe Flacco go from Cleveland, learning Cleveland's playbook, and then jumped over straight to Cincinnati and learned their playbook just like that. And you telling me that Shedeur Sanders don't know Cleveland's playbook? Y'all make it make sense, man. Y'all make it make sense, man. So you telling me that Joe Flacco got Cleveland Browns whole playbook down, and then he goes over to Cincinnati on short notice, 3 days of work, and learns that playbook and goes out there and balls out. And y'all tell me that Shedeur Sanders don't know Cleveland's playbook. Come on, man. Make it make sense, man. Stefanski lying, man. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors, man. One in me said Andrew 100% wanted Shedeur. When the analytic team wanted him in 5th, he didn't want to do it. Bail out Stefanski and Shedeur at Shedeur's expense, at his expense. Yeah, 52 passes, 211 yards, and they didn't even see the end zone. Come on now. 52 passes? 52 passes, y'all. That's what y'all got to watch for. A lot of smoke and mirrors, man. That's what I be trying to tell y'all, man. That's what I'm telling y'all, man. No Chill Will said, I can guarantee Shedeur would get a higher pick. What do you mean a higher pick? Like what? Oh, yeah. Hey, look. Come on, man. I'm here to tell you, Chill Will. Look, like I said, man, no disrespect to Cam Ward. Shedeur Sanders should have been the number 1 pick in the draft, man. He should have went to Tennessee, man. Should have went to Tennessee, man. But like I said, man, it's the Cleveland media, man, has a lot of people fooled, man. Like, it's crazy, man. Hey, man, we got 217 people in here watching the video, man, live, man. Do me a favor, man. Drop a like on the video, man. Drop a like on the video. We got a lot of new people in the chat. I appreciate you guys coming through, man. Y'all the real MVPs. Yeah. So, look, I want to take this time out to, man, salute y'all for coming through, man. Exactly. The game was out of reach. Should have pushed Shedeur Sanders in. Just got his feet wet a little bit. Anywhere but Cleveland. Yeah. So, guys, everybody know has been rocking with me, man. And if this is your first time, tuning in, man, I appreciate it. Y'all know that I like to engage with the chat. I just don't like to just be talking without acknowledging what y'all guys are saying, because the chat is very important. The chat is what makes the show. You know what I'm saying? And any chance that y'all get, if I see y'all's chat, I will put it up on the screen, but sometimes I can't see it. That's why a lot of times donations will be great for the channel. That'll let YouTube know that y'all like the content, and they're going to throw me off in the algorithm, man. So any super chat that y'all send is welcome. So I do appreciate y'all. All the new people here, man. It's always a good thing, man. And, I like to do giveaways on my show. You know what I'm saying? I got my own website, www.simplybaldropping.com. I got a website where you can purchase merch. So we'll start doing some free giveaways and stuff like that, man. But appreciate everybody that's rocking with me, man. I love that everybody's in the chat, man. I like it, man. I like the new folks in the chat, man. That's why I always, have my moderators in here doing the best and, shouting people out, man. So, yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. But like I said, man, y'all got to watch out for these, watch out for the Cleveland media, man, because they got you tricked. Mary Kay Cabot, man, we got to keep our eye on her, man. But there's a lot of other things that, people were talked about. I'll get off into when Shedeur got promoted, the number 2 quarterback. And this is what, a lot of people were saying. So let's take a listen to that, man. Go ahead and take a listen.
Sanders is the backup quarterback. Gerard, your initial reaction to that?
Saying I'm encouraged by it doesn't make sense, because at the end of the day, I'm not rooting for Dylan Gabriel's failure over with Shedeur's success. I'm not on that campaign. I'm not on that ride. I want whoever's the best quarterback out there to prepare and be ready to go and play. So again, Shedeur, you're a next man up situation, and when that number is called, go out there and do what you're capable of doing, my man, and that's ball out.
I also think this shows that he has gained trust with the coaching staff, because if he didn't, he wouldn't be the backup. I think this is a clear indication that there is progress in the Browns' mind.
Like, what other options did you have? Bailey Zappi is not an option. And, like, I even think
he ain't a good option.
No.
He's an option, but he's not a good option.
He's not an option. He started last year against the Raiders.
Who do you think made this decision? Was it a collective, or was it AB called pulling rank?
Well, AB and the owner, I think. That's why Flacco was traded, to make this possible. Now, I don't,
listen to Tony Grossi, y'all.
Kevin doesn't like Shedeur. I don't think Kevin believes Shedeur is ready.
Listen
even
to Tony.
For the number 2 role. Okay, it's not that he doesn't like him. He's a coach, and he sees everything through a quarterback lens, and he just doesn't believe he's ready. So for that reason, I don't think it was his decision. But he,
and
he
Tony
goes
Grossi
with the flow. And this is the reason Flacco was traded, to make this possible. It was inevitable that Shedeur would be moved up to.
Man, y'all heard what Tony Grossi had to say, man. Shout out to TW for the $5 super chat.
Here comes the money.
He said, when Sanders says he's better than some of the quarterbacks right now, everyone was tripping. But was he lying? No, he wasn't lying. Because his confidence is greatly displayed. Shedeur Sanders has the utmost confidence in himself. But did y'all hear what Tony Grossi said? Did y'all hear what Tony Grossi said? He said Kevin Stefanski doesn't believe that Shedeur is ready. I don't understand it. Tony Grossi has not said anything good about Shedeur Sanders, man. Gina Bina said, they upset me every time they say they were rooting for DG to get hurt for Shedeur to be successful. Hell, he can be successful with another team, and DG can have the starting position. Tony Grossi don't know nothing. Look, Ashanto, hey, he don't know nothing. Tony Grossi is just a hater. Yeah, Emmanuel Acho, man, sometimes it's hard to listen to him. Man, I'm gonna ask y'all a question in the chat. I don't think Kevin Stefanski will put Shedeur and Sanders in the game on Sunday if the crowd starts booing and they down by 20-some at halftime. I don't think they'll do it, man. I don't think they'll do it. I don't think they'll do it, man. I think Kevin Stefanski is gonna go down on his sword. I think he's gonna go down on his sword, man. TW, I know he won't play. I mean, it's crazy, man. Grossi is a straight hater, period. Yeah, Tony Grossi, man, he's the one. It's too many. Man, look, Tony Grossi is going to go to bat for Dylan Gabriel if it has anything to do with Shedeur Sanders. They be gaslighting this stuff. That's what I'm saying. Hey, look, gas, shining star. I've been saying that. And this is what Tony Grossi is hell-bent on. He keeps going back to the one game against the Rams in preseason. He wants to skip over what Shedeur Sanders did against the Carolina Panthers. He wants to skip over what Shedeur did against the Carolina Panthers and talk about what he did against the Los Angeles Rams, where he got sacked 5 times, where he said he didn't look good. And Tony Rizzo got in his ass and said, look, you don't want to talk about the Carolina game? Oh, yeah, we talked about that, Gigi. I know you're new to the channel, but we talked about that. We talked about that on our last live about Mike Tomlin let him have it. Talking about y'all must know something we don't know. Cleveland shows don't say nothing negative about they don't. Honestly and truthfully, man, it's nothing negative about Dylan Gabriel floating out here, man. Everything got it. And look, it's bad because at the time, y'all, the media was talking about a third-string quarterback, guys. A third-string quarterback, emergency quarterback, emergency backup. That's not even on the active roster. An emergency quarterback was getting all the pub, was getting all the headlines, was getting all the TV time, was getting all the interviews in the locker room. Where is the interviews with Dylan Gabriel? Now you have to interview Dylan Gabriel because he's your starting quarterback. People want to hear from your starting quarterback. That's what I'm saying. I told you guys, it's too many smoke and mirrors, man. It's too much. See, this is what they do, man. They create these narratives, man. But it's all about what the fans and people that know the game believe, man. We all know from what we saw, because what was it, guys? When Shedeur Sanders played at Jackson State and he moved the needle and he got the team on the good foot and got them wins, got them in the championship. And then they said everything that Shedeur Sanders did at Jackson State, he wouldn't be able to do it with a Power 5 conference in the FBS. And what did Shedeur Sanders go out there to do his first game against TCU? What did Shedeur Sanders do, guys? Anybody in the chat know what Shedeur Sanders did against TCU his first game? Come on, y'all. Y'all tell me. How many touchdowns did he have? How many passing yards did he have? Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember when Colorado went down to TCU and beat them 45-22? Do y'all remember Shedeur Sanders passing for 510 yards on 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, completed 38 out of 47 passes? Do we remember that? 511 yards passing, 4 TDs. Do y'all remember that? He was 38 out of 47. Went down into Fort Worth to Horn Frog Country and set a school record with 510 yards passing, guys. But they said he couldn't do it in the Power 5 conference. This is the guy that they said don't have no arm talent. This is the guy that said he don't have no accuracy. This is the guy they said that he don't have good ball placement. And see, this is, listen, I'm going to say this. Shedeur Sanders is responsible for LeJontay Wester being at Baltimore, Jimmy Horn Jr. being at Carolina. Somebody had to throw the ball to Travis Hunter for Travis Hunter to get the Heisman. The receiver down at Arizona. Shedeur Sanders was responsible for that. Shedeur Sanders was responsible for that. Somebody had to throw him the ball. Somebody had to get them the ball. It was Shedeur Sanders that was getting them the ball. Will Shepherd. There you go. Will Shepherd. Yes. Shedeur Sanders was responsible for them guys getting the opportunity in the NFL, man. Shedeur Sanders was putting the ball in Jimmy Horn Jr.'s hands. He was putting the ball in LeJontay Wester's hands. They was putting the ball in Travis Hunter's hands. Somebody had to get Travis Hunter the ball for Travis Hunter to provide the excitement that he provided over his collegiate career. And y'all got to understand something. He did this all in 1 and 2 years. And then you get the Johnny Unitas Award. See, people don't want to talk about that. See, when I bring facts to the table and talk about Shedeur Sanders and bring all the nuances, Amarion Miller, all of them had a breakout game against USC. That's because Shedeur Sanders, man. What was the tight end that played with Shedeur Sanders, number 87, the Caucasian, that he made a start at one game? That's all because of Shedeur Sanders. When Travis was out, when he got hit by the guy from Colorado State and Travis Hunter had to set out 3 or 4 games. See, don't nobody want to see that. Grossi don't want to see that. Grossi don't want to talk about that. Mikey Harrison, there you go. See, look, Tony Grossi, they don't want to talk about that. They didn't want to talk about that leading up to the draft. Shedeur Sanders was responsible for Travis Hunter getting that Heisman Trophy. If it wasn't for Shedeur Sanders throwing that ball to Travis Hunter wouldn't have been in the running for that Heisman Trophy. You got to look at it. You got to look at LeJontay Wester. LeJontay Wester is 5'10". He's undersized. That's why he's on the special team with the Baltimore Ravens. But he got a look because of Shedeur Sanders giving him the ball, throwing him the ball, trusting him. See, that's what people don't understand, man. And you know what's diabolical, though, y'all? Everything Shedeur Sanders did for them guys and got them in the NFL, all the guys that I just mentioned have been on the NFL field playing in an NFL game besides Shedeur Sanders. How asinine is that? Put that in context, y'all. Shedeur Sanders has yet to see the field, but every player that I just mentioned have been playing in the NFL and has got time. That's diabolical, ain't it? Look what Jimmy Horn Jr. did 2 weeks ago. The fourth down catch. Look what he did against the Cowboys. Carolina went for it on fourth down. Gave the ball to Jimmy Horn Jr. on a sweep, and he got the first down. Look at LeJontay Wester. Punt return specialist. LeJontay Wester fumbled the ball. They called a flag on, the Rams to get it back, and then he returned the punt all the way down to the Rams' 25-yard line. But don't nobody want to talk about that. And all the guys that we mentioned that wasn't supposed to go high in the draft, except Travis Hunter, they got an opportunity, and Shedeur gets picked in the 5th round, and he hasn't seen the field yet. I don't think Deion wants to coach in the NFL. He said that before. But hey, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Money changes everything. But see, don't nobody want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about the opportunity that Shedeur didn't open up for the majority of these people. Hey, shout out to TW for the $5 super chat.
Here comes the money.
That I'll take Mike McCarthy as a head coach, if not Deion. He's among 5 coaches to lead one franchise to 8 straight playoffs. He will play Sanders' strength. Exactly. Appreciate that. Appreciate that support, TW. But that's what I'm saying. So when y'all talk about NFL collusion. This is collusion at its finest, man. Because all the narratives that people had coming into the draft about Shedeur is asinine. And I want y'all to think about something. Really think about it. If you go back to the draft, did anybody on the big board have Dillon Gabriel over Shedeur Sanders? I'm going to wait right now. A lot of crickets. That's what's so diabolical. Now, when I tell y'all this, I want y'all to hear me out, man. Because I'm giving y'all facts. I'm cooking right now. Every player in the Cleveland Browns locker room, and I've always been high on the locker room because I've been in locker rooms myself. And I want to tell y'all guys this. When you got players, your veterans, talking highly about one individual, that brings the culture, right? You build culture. Shedeur Sanders is the culture, right? Them guys in the locker room know what Shedeur is capable of doing. Because if that wasn't the case, you wouldn't hear the likes of Jerry Jeudy, their big-time play receiver, making the comments that he made about Shedeur Sanders on how Shedeur Sanders throws the ball. His ball placement, he gives you a chance to catch the ball. He probably throws one of the best deep balls in the NFL. You wouldn't hear your big-time playmaker on defense, Denzel Ward, talking about Shedeur Sanders, the way he throws that ball, the way he throws it around. Puts it in a place where only his receivers can get it, and the DBs don't have a chance. See, when you hear stuff like that, that goes a long way. But what I hate to take this back to Dillon, but what have we heard about these players saying about Dillon Gabriel? About his ball placement. We heard what Thrash said. We saw Thrash get pissed off because Dillon clocked him upside the head with the ball in the red zone. Is that elite ball placement? Come on, guys. Talk to me. Talk to me nice, man. Come on. Talk to me. See, this is what people need to hear, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. So sometimes, man, when you hear these beat writers say the things that they say, I always pay close attention. Because one day they say this, Isaiah Bond, that's right. It was Bond. He was pissed off, man. Yeah, Marlon, never seen a 5th round pick get a quarterback get this much pub at all. Hey, he was throwing hospital balls. It's unfortunate, man. He was throwing hospital balls. It's going to be a legendary movement, man. So Cleveland just got to brace for it, man. It's going to be sooner than later, man. Because Ian Rappaport said some interesting things, man, when he broke the news when Cleveland traveled over to London to play Minnesota. He broke the news, man. He said Shedeur getting on the field this year. And Ian Rappaport said he got the inside scoop. But see, what they want to do is they want to give Shedeur a whole week of practice with the ones. They want to have their own game plan, their own plays for Shedeur. Man, I mean, look, it's crazy that we hear where we at with this whole. What's up, Dollar Bills? Appreciate you coming in. One of my moderators just joined. But it's crazy that, like you said, Marlon, see, when I was talking about Shedeur when he playing at Jackson State in Colorado, he was the main headline. He was the main topic because he was putting up numbers. He was backing up everything that we taught. But now it's like we talking about Shedeur because we got to put out all these narratives and all the stuff that people are saying negative about him. See, that's why, that's why I respect Tony Rizzo. I've been following, listen, guys. I'm a sports junkie. I've been following Tony Rizzo ever since Tony Rizzo broke on the scene with the Cleveland Browns. Tony Rizzo goes back 25, 30 years, man. And I've been listening to that guy on the Cleveland radio because I'm going to tell you why. Because when I was growing up, I grew up in a Pittsburgh Steelers household. And who was the Pittsburgh Steelers rivalry? The Cleveland Browns. So I had to sit there and listen to everything that the Cleveland Browns had to say leading up to games against Pittsburgh. And I would used to listen to Rizzo. I used to listen to all them people back in Cleveland. And see, that's why Cleveland's never won nothing, man. It goes back to the Ernest Biner fumble, everything. Yeah, see, hey, 420 Jenkins. Oh, they don't want to put that out there. They don't want to put out the prank call that the guy's son, the offensive coordinator's son, they don't want to talk about that. See, that's the narratives that we talk about. No, y'all need, Rizzo's raw and uncut. Y'all need to Cleveland needs to beat Miami. Because if y'all don't beat Miami, if y'all can't move the ball up and down the field against Miami, they did Baker Mayfield bad too. And then ever since he got up out of there, look at Baker Mayfield. He done changed his career around out down there in Tampa Bay. If y'all can't beat Miami, man, I'm telling you, hey, y'all lose to Miami, I want everybody on this live to be here when I go live after that game. Because I'm going to unleash. I'm going to unleash the beast. Because Kevin Stefanski put himself in this situation. Because Kevin Stefanski got this narrative going around talking about Shedeur Sanders ain't ready. I'm not ready to put him in. Kevin Stefanski, everybody calling for your job and everybody's calling for you to relinquish your play calling duties because whatever you calling is not working. And for you to go on a post-game press conference and say, you got to stop losing before you start winning. I can't make this stuff up, y'all. You got to stop losing before you start winning. Well, shit. Yeah. Hey, if you don't lose, you win or you tie. Look, Wolfpack, let me ask you a question. If y'all lose to Miami, do they fire Kevin Stefanski? Because I did a video back before the season started, and I said, and I piggybacked off of RG3. RG3 said, if the Cleveland Browns go 0-6 or 1-7, Stefanski is going to lose his job and Joe Flacco going to be out the door. Now, you got one thing right. Joe Flacco's out the door. They 1-5 and easily could be 0-6, but easily can be 3-3. Special teams came through against the Green Bay Packers. And what happened? After Andre Smith missed the field goal, that first game potentially winning field goal, they was at it. The Cleveland media was down Smith's throat. But then all of a sudden, he became the hero and won it against the Packers. And we ain't heard them say nothing about Andre Smith ever since. The last thing we heard about Andre Smith was when Shedeur Sanders tried to console him after he missed the field goal. And then they made a sound bite out of it and a clip of it and started going viral because they was talking about the way Shedeur had his hat backwards and the sunglasses on. That's what they do. Why they got the camera all on Shedeur? Then Tony Grossi said that Shedeur Sanders just wanted to be in the limelight. That's why he did it. Come on, man. Y'all listen? Do y'all understand how these people? It's crazy. And then the crazy thing about it is Sunday's game, Jalen Ramsey sacks Dylan Gabriel. Points over to Shedeur, telling Shedeur, you should be in here. And then like I said, I did a video the other day. Was talking about Kevin Stefanski, Jimmy Haslam, and Andrew Berry all not on the same page because y'all heard it. Kevin Stefanski said he didn't even know that Joe Flacco got traded. He didn't know nothing about the Joe Flacco trade. Y'all believe that? Dollar Bill said, I'm betting on Miami defense racking up 4 to 5 sacks this game if 12 isn't starting quarterback. I mean, I look at it like this. Kevin Stefanski got to change that offensive play calling. He's the one that's not ready. He's the one that they got to take the play calling out of his hand. That's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen. But see, it ain't even about that, guys. Dylan don't never see that's I think that team Dylan dry, man. Dylan's dry. I mean, Shedeur Sanders is the one that's gonna bring that culture. But see, the same things that Shedeur Sanders is getting criticized for is the same thing that they're praising Jackson Dart for. That's the diabolical stuff. Okay, I'm gonna do that, Deshaun. I appreciate that. That'll probably give me something to talk about. If y'all want me to break that video down, let me go look at that video, and then I'm gonna produce a video off of that and give y'all my thoughts. Y'all let me know if y'all would like to see that. Oh, Schwartz would be a better play caller. Gigi said, yes, I believe he didn't know about the Flacco trade because he never intended to move. Exactly. He didn't want to move Shedeur to quarterback 2 because, look, let's take a step back. Let's reel this back in a little bit. Let's reel this back in. Shedeur is your emergency quarterback. He's quarterback 3, right? At that time, he was quarterback 3. So then you trade away your starting quarterback. You promote your backup to quarterback 1. So that makes you think that, okay, I'm your emergency quarterback. I'm your QB3. I'm automatically getting elevated to QB2. Why did it take Kevin Stefanski so long before he promoted Shedeur Sanders to quarterback 2? I'm going to tell you why. He wanted to put Bailey Zappi at quarterback 2. He wanted to put Bailey Zappi. He wanted to put Bailey Zappi at quarterback 2. But then y'all got to understand something. They still paying Deshaun Watson. He just recently got cleared for football activities. They still paying Jameson Winston, and he played for the goddamn New York Giants. So you got to look at all these quarterbacks that they got under contract. They brought in Tyler Huntley. Let him go, right? But look what happened. Tyler Huntley got in for the Baltimore Ravens when they benched Cooper Rush. He getting on the field before Shedeur. They traded for Kenny Pickett out there in the Raiders. Has Kenny Pickett hit the field yet? You trade Joe Flacco to Cincinnati, he hit the ground running. But the crazy thing about it is you spent your whole training camp giving all the reps to Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett, and they are no longer in the building. And you're talking about bringing these rookies along, giving them a chance. What chance did you give them in training camp? What chance did you give them in training camp? You took away all their reps because you was hell-bent on having Joe Flacco as your starting quarterback, knowing that Joe Flacco is 40 years old and that ship has sailed. And Joe Flacco was your quarterback. Nah, Joe Flacco was supposed to be your backup quarterback. One of these rookies was supposed to be your starting quarterback. But then you want to change the narrative and have Joe Flacco as your starting quarterback. So 3 weeks in, you want to get rid of Joe Flacco, right? So you wasted all this time. You wasted all this time in training camp and practice, giving all your reps to Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco. And then when push come to shove, because you thought you was going to set Shedeur up, and he proved you guys wrong when y'all threw him in the fire against the Carolina Panthers, and what he'd go out there and do. He made it legendary. He balled out, put up 21 points at the half. And that's what he did. But y'all spent all this time with Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett, and then you even brought in Huntley. And then there was reports out there about Bailey Zappi getting all the scout team reps. They put that report out there. That was a lie, because Shedeur Sanders said it. Shedeur Sanders said he gonna take credit for making that number one defense of the Cleveland Browns. He gonna take credit for getting them prepared. Did y'all hear that interview? They haven't scored 21 points since Shedeur put up 21 points against the Carolina Panthers. Shedeur said he gonna take credit for grooming that defense, for what that defense is doing. But Myles Garrett's getting pissed off because Myles Garrett's saying we keep losing the same way. So something got to change. Kevin Stefanski either got to give up the play calling duties, or they got to make a change at quarterback. Randy Powers laughing my ass off. He said, "Shut the fuck up." Appreciate you coming through, Randy Powers. Just another hater coming through. Ain't nothing wrong with it. We over here talking facts, man. We over here talking facts. Now, I mean, it's crazy. Dollar Bill said Kevin didn't know. Laugh out the general. Yeah. Look. Andrew Berry and Jimmy Haslam had to make that call. Because Kevin Stefanski wasn't going to make that call. Because y'all got to realize something. Y'all got to realize that the general manager and the owner, they construct the team. As a head coach, your job is to play the players. And if you're not playing the players that your general manager and your owner want you to play, it's going to be some problems. There's going to be some mutiny on the ship. Oh, yeah. Randy Powers, man. You wild, man. I told you, it's always one of them, man. I think, hey, Kevin Stefanski sent you, huh? Nah, Dylan can't do that. Dylan can't go to Miles and tell him to do better. He can't do it. He can't do that. These first couple games, Myles Garrett and them, they was laying it all on the line, and they just couldn't get it done, man. And Myles got pissed off because they losing the same way every time, man. Myles Garrett is taking a shot at Dylan Gabriel, Kevin Stefanski. Oh, Myles Garrett, he's a mild-mannered dude. He gonna snap. Because if they lose to the Miami Dolphins, man, at home, and look, Dylan Gabriel gonna hear footsteps, man. He gonna hear footsteps, man. That's the bad part. He gonna hear footsteps, man. Somebody said Randy's Kevin's son. Son-in-law. Randy said, you actually think Shedeur could help the worst receiving group in the league? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. He will give them chances to catch balls. Because it's Randy. This is the point that you're missing. Cleveland got one big play receiver in Jerry Jeudy. But I never really thought Jerry Jeudy was that elite. But he's Cleveland's elite wide receiver. He's their big playmaker. He's their dude that can stretch the field. But when you don't have a quarterback that can get him the ball, you nullify any trait that Jerry Jeudy brings to the table. If you can't get Jerry Jeudy to run routes down the field and across the middle, Jerry Jeudy serves you no purpose. You can't run rollout passes to Jerry Jeudy. You can't run rollout passes to Jerry Jeudy. Yes, Randy, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the diabolical organization that the Cleveland Browns are. Some of their decision-making is terrible. But what I'm saying, let's go back to these receivers. Jerry Jeudy dropped one pass the other day against Pittsburgh, right? But do you realize Jerry Jeudy was wide open in the back of the end zone and Dylan Gabriel threw the ball out the end zone? Do you realize that? Do you realize Isaiah Bond could have had a touchdown if he wouldn't have threw the ball off of Isaiah Bond's helmet? I know he leads the league in drops, Randy, but listen to what I'm saying. Go back to when Jerry Jeudy was streaking down the sideline in the back of the end zone. Did Dylan Gabriel put the ball on him or did he put the ball out of bounds? Just answer that question for me. I just want you to answer that question for me. It's about giving your players opportunities to make plays. But if you're going to run the offense that Kevin Stefanski's running with Dylan Gabriel with the dip and dunk, getting the ball to Judkins out of the backfield real quick, getting the ball to Njoku out of the backfield real quick from the tight end position, you don't give none of your receivers a chance to even make plays. Jerry Jeudy can stretch the field, but if you can't get a guy to throw the ball down the field, what purpose does that serve? Oh, listen, okay, Randy. Even if Bond was looking on the slant, where did the ball hit him? If you running a slant pattern, right? Don't the ball supposed to be out in front of you, not behind you off the head? So just think about it. If Isaiah Bond was ready and he's running his route, the ball is still thrown behind Isaiah Bond. If I'm running a slant, I'm putting the ball in front of you where you can catch it. That's all I'm saying. Come on, Randy. Make it make sense, man. Regardless of Isaiah Bond not looking, he's running a slant pattern. The ball wasn't out in front of him. Come on now. Even if you go to the play where Njoku caught the ball across the middle, look how Njoku had to go up and get the ball and almost got killed. Never put your receivers in harm's way. Oh, I understand that you're a Steelers fan, but answer my question. On a slant, ain't the ball supposed to be out in front of you? And see, a lot of people don't want to look at it. Dylan Gabriel threw 5 picks, but the Steelers dropped the ball. Talk about that. Talk about that, Randy Powers. Talk about that. This is what I'm talking about. Talk about that. That's right, GG. They couldn't catch the ball. He threw 5 picks, but the Steelers just didn't come up with the ball. And look, my coach always told me that's the reason why some of y'all not wide receivers, y'all DBs, because y'all can't catch the ball. All y'all know how to do is, bat the ball down. And see, that was the knock on Jalen Ramsey coming into the league. Didn't have that many interceptions. Right? Is that a fact? That's the reason why some of these cornerbacks are cornerbacks, because they ain't got wide receivers' hands. As many passes that the Pittsburgh Steelers DBs drop from Dylan Gabriel, that goes to show you that Dylan Gabriel throws a tricky ball. Even the defense can't catch it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. Man, hey, Randy, I got nothing against you because I grew up in the Pittsburgh Steelers household. My father, diehard Steelers fan. My mother, diehard Steelers fan, but rest in peace to my mom. My brother, diehard Steelers fan. My sister, diehard Steelers fan. So I have no problem with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But what I'm trying to say, I'm trying to make it make sense to you because you're talking about, Bond wasn't looking. Even if he was looking, the ball was behind him. The ball wasn't out in front of him. Even on that one, Jerry Jeudy was wide open in the end zone. You saw it. Where did he throw the ball? He threw the ball outside. He threw the ball out of bounds. Go look in the red zone on that one. It was 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. Dylan Gabriel drops back. He threw the ball 7 rows deep in the stands. Come on, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Somebody said your ear can't catch. That's what I'm saying. The ball was behind him, regardless if he wasn't looking. The ball was behind him. What's up, Wine Lord? What's up, Warrior Lion? Yeah. So, I mean, your ear can't catch. He trying to throw it in his ear hole. But that's all I'm saying, man. Come on, man. Y'all got to make it make sense, man. That's why now y'all got these narratives out there about, that's why you got Mary Kay talking what Mary Kay's talking about the accuracy of Shedeur Sanders, because she's seen enough. She's seen enough of Dylan Gabriel. We saw that Leonard Knight. The narratives are switching up quick, man. Look, Mary Kay, I think the only reason, the reason why Mary Kay saying what she's saying now, because she's seen it in Dylan Gabriel. She knows he don't have the accuracy and the arm talent, man. I want y'all to go back and remember exactly in training camp when it was Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders. And they was out there running the drill, and they had to throw the ball into a net. And Shedeur Sanders, out of all 3 quarterbacks, was the only one that threw the ball in the net. And there was a video that was circulating that went viral. And Mary Kay tweeted out and said, quarterback drill, and one of the quarterbacks threw it in the net. Why didn't she give praise to Shedeur, knowing that it was Shedeur Sanders that threw the ball in the net because the video went viral? Why didn't she say that then? See, that's what I'm saying. Mary Kay knows what Shedeur Sanders is capable of doing. She was at his pro day in Colorado. She took the trip up to Colorado. She took the trip up to Colorado to see what Shedeur, firsthand to see what Shedeur was talking about. And then she wants to, then she wants to tweet out stuff like this. Come on, man. That's what I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all got to watch it, man. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for the okie doke, y'all. But yeah, man, hey, I enjoyed y'all tonight. Randy, that's what I'm trying. That's the title of the show. Don't let Mary Kay fool you, man. Randy, I know you. Randy, I know you probably a nice guy, man. I know you probably a real nice guy, and you probably well liked, man. But don't let Mary Kay fool you. Pick up the sword and Willie D. Well, y'all got some crazy handles, man. ID. From the looks of it, DG needs to go back to college another 3 years and learn how to break. See, look, this is what I'm gonna tell y'all about Dillon Gabriel. In these last 2 games, have we seen Dillon Gabriel come up to the line of scrimmage, peek the defense, and audible out if he didn't like the look? Have we seen it? That's why I said everything's scripted, man. Kevin Stefanski, he's a computer. He's a robot. He's just following the script. Have we saw Dillon Gabriel come up to the line of scrimmage and change any play if he didn't like it? Randy said, do you realize Shedeur's comp was Kenny Pickett? I call him Wilson Pickett. Yeah. Dillon Gabriel don't know how to check out of he don't know how to check out of a play. And that's what I'm saying, man. When you're not elite and you don't know how to read the deep, have you ever saw Dillon Gabriel even go through his progressions? What's up, Amber? Appreciate you coming through, Amber. Amber said, no one ever said Kenny Pickett is Shedeur's comp. Shedeur is a pocket passer. Yeah. Appreciate you coming through, Amber. Appreciate you showing love. Let me know if you want to be a moderator of the channel. Hey, Gigi, Gina Bina, you in the chat. Let me know if you want to be a moderator of this channel. I'll make you a mod. Give you first-hand dibs on a lot of things. Thank you, Amber. He reads. That's what I was asking the chat. Have you ever saw Dillon go through his progressions? No, he doesn't. Because everything is a rollout and get the ball out quick. It's the first thing he says. All right, Amber, I got you taken care of, man. I got you taken care of. We're gonna make Amber a mod. So y'all give Amber a round of applause, man. She just became a mod of the channel. I do appreciate the people that supports. And I always try to do, things for a lot of people. And I'm glad that, she's come through. And, now she's a moderator. So now you got mod handles. All right, Gigi, I got you taken care of. Gigi is now a mod of the channel. So when they start acting up in the channel, Gigi and Amber, y'all go ahead and you let them know that we ain't gonna tolerate no disrespect. Yeah, nice talking to you, Randy. Man, appreciate you coming through, man. Always come back and support. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Yeah. So all the new people that's in the chat and all my new moderators, man, I appreciate y'all, man. And let's give them a round of applause. Appreciate that. Hey, see, we show love over here. We show love over here in the Simply Ball Dropping community, man. I appreciate y'all that's rocking with me. Appreciate y'all, all y'all that's digging the content. Chicago Cheetah says Shedeur needs to play. Even Dillon thinks Shedeur needs to play. Appreciate you, Deshaun. Yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate all the love that y'all showed me. I appreciate all the love that you showed me. Hey, they always told me, man, that I had my chat be popping. So, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I want y'all to, recognize one of my old faithful members, man. ADP Art Creation. She's been faithful with me for over the years, man. one of my first moderators, man. She's been around a long time. She's learned a lot. She's picked up a lot. Also, man, she does a lot for this community, man. So if y'all, man, I appreciate that. A hang 2788. Stay blessed. I'll be sure to catch more of your live streams here on SB. Yeah, I appreciate that. And a lot of people know that I do free giveaways, man. I do free giveaways, man. I give away merch. I got my own website, simplybaldropping.com, man, where I have merch, Simply Ball Dropping merch, man. So I don't know if you guys know, but yeah, we do a lot over here in this community, man. And I like to give back to my people that's in the chat, people that support me. I do appreciate y'all. I always show love to people that come show love to me. I always like to point people out in the chat. I always like to give people, their respect. I always like to, show people grace and mercy. I always like to put the spotlight on them. So I'm the one Kia. Have you talked about the tantrum he did on Ramsey? Tried to choke or take his helmet off. Now that was on Patrick Queen. That was on Patrick Queen. When Patrick Queen sacked him, what he did was he tried to pull him up, and you know what I'm saying? He did some things to Patrick Queen after Patrick Queen gave him that good hit. So yeah. We saw that. The one Kia. Yeah. So a lot of people, man. So y'all come back to these lives, man, because we give away a lot over here, man. We give away a lot over here. So a lot of people know that, yeah, he pulled by the helmet. Yep. So yeah, so we do a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? We got the SBD merch, man. I know it's wintertime coming, guys, man. I got the SBD beanies, man. Y'all know y'all want them SBD beanies, man, to put on y'all's head, man. So y'all got to get y'all one of them. Y'all rocking with us. What's up, Court Vision with So Pretty Tony? I see you. Yeah, but we got hoodies, man. Next time I go live, I'll bring all my stuff up here to show y'all, what we be giving away. Yeah, so, that's what we do. But, man, I appreciate everybody that tuned in, man. But I ain't going to hold y'all no longer than what y'all want to be held. I appreciate the engagement tonight. I appreciate everybody that's rocking with me, man. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate the super chats. I appreciate all the donations, man. I appreciate all the cordialness in the chat. Waterworld, Goat Box, Dope Show. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Steady serving ENT. And guys, man, moderators, do me a favor. ADP, drop Steady Serving Sports ENT's YouTube handle in the chat. This is one of my brothers that's in my network, in the Simply Ball Dropping Network. Steady Serving Sports ENT. He's a Chicago Bears fan. He talks Chicago Bears sports. ADP is a Commanders fan. She talks, the Commanders. Y'all drop y'all's links in the chat. Y'all guys, if y'all see these links, man, go over here and follow these respective channels that they putting in the chat. And man, they put on a good show as well. So, I appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Salute to all my mods. Salute to all my members. If y'all want to become a member and get exclusive perks, y'all can join the channel. It's just $3.99 to join the channel, monthly fee. Y'all get exclusive stuff. Y'all get discounts on certain merch and stuff like that. Yeah. So I appreciate that, man. Just for the fact, love and respect go a long way in life. That's right, Dollar Bills. That's what we try to do here, man. A respectful community. And also, yeah, that was a good game last night, June. Yeah. So guys, if y'all see them links in the chat, man, y'all go follow them links, man. These people in my network, man, they produce great shows, man, give you great content. And they love to hear from you guys, man. But yeah, you was at Buffalo Wild Wings watching Caleb play. Also, Gigi, what's your team? Everybody drop their team in the chat. Everybody drop their team in the chat. Oh, somebody Lions fan. Okay, y'all see who I'm repping. We got the Lions in the building. We got the Saints in the building. How much your hoodies if you sell? I sell hoodies. I sell them all, man. My hoodies are 30. Cowboy fans, Giants fans, Falcons fans. Hey, Marlon, I got hoodies with your respectful team on it. Let me show you something, Marlon, if you're still in the chat, man. I got custom SBD. Let me show you something, Marlon, real quick before you get up out of here. But I'll put it on the site. But I just want to show you this real quick. Let me see. Hold on, Marlon. I got something for you, man. Got something for you, Marlon. For anybody that got an NFL team and wants a custom SBD hoodie with their NFL logo on it, with the Simply Ball Dropping logo, I got you covered. Let me show y'all. Let me get to it. All right. Just 1 second. I got y'all. All right, here we go. I got something for you, Marlon. Marlon, you're a Falcons fan. I got the custom SBD Falcons logo that can go on a hoodie for you. I got all 32 NFL teams. If anybody interested, all y'all got to do is drop a 1 in the chat and I'll put them on the website, or y'all can follow me on Instagram as Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, right? And all y'all got to do is DM me if y'all want it. Yeah, so I got the Falcons. I got all the teams. Houston Texans. Look, got the Chargers. Houston Texans. I got every team. It's a little blurry, T. Camilla. Yeah. Look, I got y'all Cleveland Browns too. The focus won't come in. I got the Cleveland Browns. Mm-hmm. Who else? Who else in here? Yeah, y'all did y'all thing last night. I got the Cincinnati Bengals, Tennessee Titans, San Francisco 49ers, Buffalo Bills, Pittsburgh Steelers, the Rams, New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles, the Saints, the Green Bay Packers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Chicago Bears, for all y'all gummy bears. I got them all, man. Amber said I will wear the Browns for Shedeur and Shedeur only. I mean, that's all you need to wear it for. That's all you need to wear it for. So yeah. But yeah, so next live I go, I'll bring up all my stuff up to the studio and I'll so y'all can show it firsthand how it looks. But you know, I got my Minnesota Vikings, so y'all know I'll be Vikings out. Yeah, Marlon, if you get a chance, man, if you're not following me on Instagram, man, follow me at Simply Ball Dropping. All y'all gotta do is send me a DM, man, and I'll get everything for you. Oh yeah, I love it when GG, when the Panthers beat the Cowboys. I like that. Yeah, but yeah, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I'm gonna get up out of no Ohio will ever touch my body. Can't do it. Yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Love y'all for that, man. Love everybody in the chat, man. And we're going to send our love, man. That's going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K Sap. Catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.